This is more so a follow-up video on the PS5 version of the game. I have beaten the game already and doing another playthrough at the moment on Twitch. So for the time being, if you're still interested in the game and do not want any spoilers, you can feel free to skip this video. But this is more or less a more in-depth review of what I've gone through already. So in my previous video, I did mention how every choice matters and how it affects the story. At the time when I was playing, I didn't think it would make much of a difference, but it did. I would kind of disregard how I would describe this game as Undertale in a way, because I beat the whole game using only the baton, which is the non-lethal option, and still ended up getting the bad ending. So it seems like you really do gotta mix it up between lethal and non-lethal, making the right choices here and there. Like, this game really emphasizes on what choice matters and what doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't handhold you there. You'll basically play through the whole game, and once you get to the end of it and beat the game, by the credits or by the ending cutscene, you'll just be kind of second guessing if what you did was the right thing or the bad thing, which was what it left for me. And I ended up having to do another playthrough, this time ditching the baton in most situations and just pulling out the sword. One thing too, now that I got a better feel for the game, I can actually vouch that the combat in this game is really fluid. The thing though is combos really play a huge role in this. So third strike deals heavy damage, sixth strike will do like an AoE damage depending on the weapon you're holding. Most of the time with the baton, I'm doing like a little shock surge thing. With the sword, I believe it's more like a circular slash, but I don't use it enough, so don't quote me on that. It's best you find someone that's running around with the sword rather than vouch on me, because I'm just a little pacifist most of the time ish. One thing I failed to mention in the last video as well was the puzzles. Really fun, somewhat challenging puzzles as you progress through the game, albeit the reason I say somewhat challenging is the only complaint I had with them is they don't really randomize once you beat them. So by your first playthrough, once you figure out the pattern or what you're supposed to do in said puzzles, it becomes more or less a memory game. If you already know the answer, you know, you just kind of speed through it, just like, basically like running through this game with a cheat sheet, basically. I kind of wish the puzzles would be a little more randomized, in my opinion, but all in all, first playthrough, they'll basically throw you off, but once you figure them out, it's just a walkthrough, a walk in the park. As for the loading screens in this game, since I'm playing on the PS5 version, I've averaged it to about 4 seconds, give or take. The loading screens so far are really fast when playing on the PS5 version, as far as I can tell. I can't really say the same for the other versions. Maybe someone else might have a video better describing the loading screens, but from my playthrough personally, I've averaged 4 seconds. This was also something I didn't figure out until my second playthrough, around the time I was fighting these villagers. But when I was low on Shakti, basically when you need to do a dash ability, like a special dash or even a guard, if you're low on this stuff, you can't really perform anything. And the way this game kind of emphasizes on that is the triggers on the PS5 controller will lock, meaning you can still push it down, but you have to put way more force to actually push it down, but nothing will happen. But as you start getting the yellow orbs and refilling your Shakti meter, the triggers become easier to pull down, which I thought was actually pretty really good feature, and you know, kind of to let you know that you have enough or you don't. One thing I can't emphasize enough is how much fun I'm actually playing with this game, and for the $15 price tag and the fact that it's on multiple platforms, so PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Switch, it's almost a guarantee that if you have the money and you're into RPGs where your choices matter, this game will definitely fit up your alley. Definitely look into getting it. You won't regret it. Trust me, because like I said, every choice does matter. So with that $15 you put into this game, you're more than likely going to be playing it multiple times, because every decision really does make a huge difference, and I really do like that about this game. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later.